Okay, so we're back up and running now. There we go, all sorted. So we'll start it again, the cast. So what we have today is a Division C. It is CrossFit versus CSPS. Now, for these two teams, it's pretty important, particularly more so for, CrossFit, and I will show you guys why here on the ladder. Now, CrossFit are only, 30 points or thereabouts behind 42. Now, everyone says, 30 points, that's enough. You're only getting basically 25 for a max point win. This is true, but you would say CrossFit almost have a fairly easy run home. CSPS have not been playing, I would say, to their usual standards. And FCOB, pretty similar deal. They're definitely not performing as well as they sort of have in the past. So what happens here, though, is 42 actually have a harder run home. They've got the Division B boys, which is a Division B crossover team to play. And they also have GNX, who have been playing reasonably well. Better than sort of CSPS and FCOB, but obviously not as good as sort of, I would say, sort of CrossFit and 42. So 42 actually have a pretty solid sort of run home here, whereas CrossFit kind of, you'd say, would have the easiest one. So what do you reckon, Mr. Dadachi?
Having played both teams, I think the GNX are definitely capable of taking some points off 42, depending on how they play. I think CSPS would honestly be disappointed with how they've played this season so far. Same as SROT and same with FCOB, all of which are teams that are fairly new to competition.
Yep. Good. Like it. So we'll be up for a good set of matches here, I think, today. We'll go through
100%. Like, there's maps on here that are going to play to both teams' strengths. I think CXF have been really working on their range game a lot. Previously, they were accused of being like a one-trick pony insofar as like brawl pushes on Alpine and the like. They've really moved away from that and practice hard internally and in scrims. CSPS still learning the ropes, but they're taking drops here and there off people and getting their familiarity up.
Mm-hmm. Great. So we have the build for today for the 1v1, because I know these guys are probably itching to start shooting at each other. The 1v1 build is the Marauder 2C8. And whose build is it? It is TK87's in tribute to a fallen MechWarrior. The ERPBC with a standard engine on the Mad 2C. Mad 2C has pretty nice mobility, although you can't kind of see it here from MechDB. It has amazing mobility, so really good twisting and XL decel. And standard engine, so even if you take off the torsos here, you still have that ERPPC left in the middle. So I reckon we get underway, if these guys are ready.
Yep, they are both ready.
They're both ready to go. Yeah, I reckon we get this underway, and we'll do some more talking about the maps and everything else in a moment. All right, let's go. Let's see who wins. And it's on Canyon Network too, so this is going to be interesting. See how this is going to play out.
The important thing is that both pilots are in Bravo lands, and for people who are used to the spawn points in Conquest, skirmish is very different. They're both on either side. So the Team 1 pilot is on the far left, like where Bucket Hill is basically, whereas the Team 2 pilot is over where Kappa is on Conquest.
Okay.
I swear if Andy Mac keeps putting that thing in, then I'm going to keep reminding him about his headphone.
What?
I keep spamming his Twitch link.
Oh. So Andy Mac's got a Pooh Brown painted mech here. Obviously going for maybe some sort of strategical camouflage advantage, although it's probably... And Rathor here going for a Pooh charcoal color. So okay, they're both going very boring colors, their mechs. Both have 4 ERPBCs, as you would expect. And now we just have to sort of wait for them to basically get up to the high ground areas and kind of start lobbing blue balls at each other. Hooray! Okay, so Andy Mech is up high first. Rathnor still circling around here, as you can see, guys.
That makes sense, because Andy will probably be heading towards that radio tower position. It's a really good position to overwatch.
This battle could actually take a while. This could be easily a 5-minute 1v1, I reckon. Quite easily.
We've seen a few pilots here just, bypass each other, sit there looking, not see
Yeah.
the other pilot, keep
Yep.
moving, and then the other pilots come out a second.
So Rathlor's posted up in the little corner here, is not doing anything. Andy Mac
And
is
he's
still
taking the Zimbabwe maneuver.
and he's Zimbabweing along the train line to Zimbabwe. Okay. Maybe he might be in Turkmenistan soon at the rate he's going. Look at this. He's headed way off.
No, Uzbekistan. He's taking the scenic route. This is all about the tour group over 60s. And see here the sights of Canyon Network.
He's definitely taking the long, slow tour here. Okay, so Rathnord's decided to move as well. Just trying to get up all the way up here and have a look. Oh, I can. So here's a bird's eye view of what's going on. We'll just sort of sit here and watch for now because otherwise there's not much else to really show you guys.
Oh, well, we need to get Richie Benno at this point. Seagull's on the pitch.
Oh dear. Okay, right. So Andy Mick is actually moving further up now. Okay. Is Rathnor able to see him? Yeah, Rathnor knows he's there, I think. He must know he's there. No, he has no idea. Okay, right. They're still ringing around the rosy here. Oh, man. Oh, man. I thought they would have seen each other at that point. Holy shit. Rathnor backed up like he saw. Oh, dear. Okay, so rotation station. This looks like a quick play map for 1v1 pilots. Nice.
It's like NASCAR on training wheels.
Yeah, this is how you learn the NASCAR, guys. Get on Canyon Network and the Mad 2C8 and run in circles for 5 minutes. Like a perfect plan.
If this takes any longer, we're going to start typing in chat Marco Polo.
Yep. Oh, here we go. No, Rathnor would have seen Andy now, for sure. Surely he's seen him then. Oh, maybe he just didn't quite see the top of him. Maybe. Okay, so Andy's... Oh, no, they're definitely going to see each other now. Yeah.
There we go, yep.
So Rathnor did see him initially. Okay. Rathnor down to 92 there. Don't know where he took that damage. Oh, wow. This is going to be an ERPBC close brawl. Oh, there's an airstrike on Rathnor. Arty strike getting Rathnor down to 75%. Ooh, 72 with another hit. Okay.
Andy drops down. Why?
Andy's cooking himself there already, doing some... I don't know what he's doing there. He's kind of damaged himself, but he dropped into low ground. That's not good.
He must have been firing his PPCs in a group of 3 and 1.
Yep. Now, he dropped an airstrike there, but does it clip Rathnor? It doesn't quite clip Rathnor at all. Just, and I mean just misses him. One pellet there would have taken Rathnor down to pretty much no armor left, at least on the torsos, at least. Okay.
I honestly think that Andy dropping down there was probably just a mistake.
Yeah.
He didn't mean to.
Yeah, I think he's dropped down here without realizing. Like, well, not on purpose, when I say realizing. Oh, Rathnor open everywhere from that earlier strike, but Andy Mech been headshot. Okay, Andy Mech's nearly lost a torso, and Rathnor's lost an arm. Okay.
Raptor's also open side torso.
Rathnor's lost a torso. Andy's lost a torso. Oh, okay. Andy's got more armor than Rathnor does, though. Andy has more armor because of that airstrike. That early airstrike really hurt Rathnor a lot. I think that's made the difference right here. Although Rathnor has 3 PPCs left. Andy only has 2. So if Rathnor can get...
Andy trying to wiggle his way up.
Yeah, wriggle his bum up here. If Rathnor can get off a decent shot here, he might, and I say might, be able to even the score here. But does Rathnor realize that Andy is behind him? No, he doesn't. There's no idea. Oh dear. Oh no, he's turning around. This could be interesting. Here it is. Does Andy know? Oh shit! Rathnor clean misses. Rathnor clean misses a point blank there. Uh-oh, that's bad. Rathnor orange.
He's gonna cook himself.
Andy yellow. Rathnor's cooking himself. Yep, Rathnor cooked himself to dead. Andy Mac from CSPS takes out their win. Oof. Okay. Right. ToC. Rathnor connected then at the end. That would have made a significant difference. Damage numbers, Andy doing a little bit more damage than Rathnor, and I would say that's pretty much due to the airstrike. I'm gonna go with that because That was a good airstrike there from Andy. I'm not sure Rathnor had airstrikes because he didn't use them. Yeah.
No, he used them. He was
did?
dropping them behind Andy, though.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't even see
rather
them.
than. Yeah, I'm just rewatching the vid now. As Andy was going down towards the bridge, he dropped one behind.
Ah, okay. I see. Okay, so that means that we have Comstar CSPS have taken out the drop, so they get to choose what side they start on. I can see Firehawk asking in the chat, what is the importance of the 1v1, right? So the 1v1 basically means for the next 5 games we have left, the team that wins gets to choose the side they start on for the second drop, and then it alternates. So if you've got certain strats and stuff, certain sides of the maps, because the guys know what maps are coming, they know what side they might want to be on to run a specific strat. Because, you know, some maps do have slight advantages for certain strats depending on the map. So that's what they do. That's why we're doing the 1v1, which is pretty good, actually. I really like that idea. Now, I'll show you guys what maps we are off to today. Now, where are we? So we're up to round 6. First one is Mining Collective, and the cap point is Theta. The third drop is River City Theta. Viridian Bog Theta. Now, that's always an interesting one, and it's going to be on a heavier drop too. Frozen City Theta. That's going to be a long-range Fiesta almost certainly. And Canyon Network Theta for the end drop. So basically how it works here with the drops. Drop 2, which is one we're up to now, is the light mechs. So 4 lights, 1 medium. Drop 3, we have 4 mediums, 1 heavy. Drop 4, we have 4 heavies and 1 assault. Drop 5, we're getting up to the big fat boys with 4 assaults, 1 light mech. And then the very last drop is 1 mech of each weight class. So 1 medium, heavy, light and assault. And then you can choose another mech of any weight class you want. Now, that one's always an interesting drop 6, because we've seen some teams do, I think, mediums. We've seen a lot of teams do assaults. We've also seen some teams do heavies. So it can add quite a different element to the drop, especially if the other team drops 2 big assaults and you drop really fast heavies and get in their face nice and early. As we've seen on a couple of drops, it can be done to very good effect. Now, when these guys are ready, we will get into all that sort of stuff. So right now, there isn't much really to talk about, I guess. No, actually, no. We have the map straight here. So we have Mining Collective. Now, where is...
I've already got it selected.
Why can't I see it? Let me... What's happening here? Okay, there we go. Right, so we have CSPS in Team 1 and CrossFit on Team 2. Now, obviously... Oh, dear. Always do that. Now, obviously, Theta is the cap point here. It is the light drop. How do you play it? You know, this is always the question. Do you take Theta and then run away? We've seen a lot of teams, bring Fleas as one of their light mechs. Flea can basically get up to Theta and just nab it ever so slightly. Only issue being if there's 2 Fleas, well, it's, you know, 2 flea bags is causing a problem because all the Fleas fight with each other. So, yeah, that could be a problem. If one team does bring a flea and capture the point, it's very easy for them essentially to control it. So CXF can control it from here. You can even jump up here, use a bit of cover. We've got CSPS who have this option to jump up to here to use a lot of cover, but there's no angles to move in through, right? So here on the other side, you've actually got these options here where you can come through. The only other way is really to sort of go through here, but it's a bit more choke pointy if you want to use jump jets. So it's going to be interesting to see either of the teams maybe post a mech up here or over here. There is a heavy mech, a medium mech involved in these drops. So that's usually what we would see. Sort of a heavier mech sort of maybe on the outer. You might even be able to post a heavy mech sort of up here or even over here. Do a little bit of area denial, potentially. Not that it'll work so well because a lot of the light drops are just super DPS brawl.
And the other thing that hurts is the fact that a lot of the medium mechs you would use to go up there are mechs that are running like ATMs and like normally. That's not really viable. The most you'd see would be like a PPC Vapor Eagle or Gauss ER mediums.
Yep. Yeah, PPC Vapor Eagle could do, but I mean, again, you're fighting against lights, right? They're really fast. That could also be a problem in terms of trying to hit them. You know, that's a lot of considerations here, a lot of challenges, I think, for mining on a light drop to kind of control the map. So, yeah.
Being honest here, I think that from the looking at where CSPS have put themselves, you're going to see a push straight up the Echo line en masse, with maybe one mech from Alpha going up onto that E4 high point.
Yeah. It's interesting.
And I think you're probably going to see a mirror from CXF because they're locked Charlie Alpha.
Oh, Charlie Lance? Yeah. Okay, so both guys are Charlie Lancers. So they're essentially just going to do this. Straight at each other. Okay. Well, let's go watch them do that then.
Cool.
Straight at
Both
each other.
teams are ready.
Yep, let's go. Straight at each other. Oh, I need to swap the overlay over too. Yeah, just need to wait for everybody to load in and load up and all that sort of stuff.
Earlier on, when we played against GNX, they tried an interesting tactic of sticking pretty much all of their mechs up top, which minimized their fire a bit, but it meant that they were complete strike mechs.
Hey. So I am basically landing, I think, where CrossFit.
I'll head over to the CSPS side.
Yep.
Mech, Mislinks, Dervish, Firestarter, and the Wolfhound on the CSPS.
Okay. On CSPS, sorry, CrossFit, we have Commandos, Panther, Vapor Eagle A. What do we got here? Let me have a look. We've got a brawling one. Oh shit, what's going on here? My map just bugged out then. That was awesome. The Panther, what do we have in the Panther? That medium pulse and SRM4s. Commando is SRMs as well. And Wolfhound, that's medium pulse. We know what's on that.
CXF making the early play with a Commando to take the cap.
That's CrossFit. Okay, so medium pulse and medium lasers here, and a bit of SRM and Brawly for CrossFit. So CSPS are moving up the top early. They are trying to push whatever mechs are up there out of there, but, well, haha, there isn't anybody up there. That said, though, CSPS are going to be able to take the cap back by the look of this. There's not enough crossfire here. No, there is enough to delay the cap still. Still enough to delay the cap. Oh, an airstrike just misses. The CSPS clump here just missed. So they've cancelled the cap by the look of it, but they're unable to cap it.
Having 4 mechs on the cap point just means that any one of them that takes shots is causing the cap to be interrupted.
Yep. So, oh geez, the chump just gets hammered by an airstrike, straight down to 81% instantly from an airstrike. Bang.
And Andy mech's down at 87%. Though how much of that is just that dead arm?
I think it's, well, no, Andy's actually taken an airstrike as well. So CSPS taking a lot of airstrike damage up here, trying to hold this, or trying to cap the cap, but unable to cap the cap. And yeah, I've lost nearly 25% off 3 mechs now. It's not looking ideal for them.
And CSPS get to sneak the cap. Lamental on that Firestarter, but he eats a ton of damage for doing that.
He just managed to take it. So yeah, we've got Chili here. Oh wow, and the Panther K has just eaten another strike. He's down to 71%. Dubious Squirrel here is harassing Captain Cat on the right-hand side. They could almost, he's almost like a little bit of bait. It could be taken out here.
Yeah, it's hyper easy to focus the arms, no mislinks.
Yeah, Dubious getting hammered here pretty early. But CXF not taking the bait necessarily. They're still holding their high ground. They haven't run in here. But the Mislink's arm is nearly gone. Nearly gone, not quite. It could be an opportunity for an airstrike here on CSPS. They haven't done it yet. Okay, everyone's backing out now.
I just think they need to be putting more strikes up there on CXF and take
Yeah.
Chili
Oh, okay.
and
Sorry, I
Nikoro
didn't
out.
see. Captain Cat is legged in that Wolfhound, so they
Oh,
actually
the
got his
jump down to
leg.
51%.
Oh shit! Just seen that. 51% from an airstrike. Oh man. Oh man. That's like 50% of his health gone now from just pure airstrikes. He's in some real trouble there. Oh, okay. The commando's coming in now.
And
So Knives in the
pushing
commando.
on him,
Yep, he's
and
running in.
Nikoro's up there as well.
I think CrossFit have decided that they're going to go. They see a weak mech. Andy mech is also pretty... No, not too bad, actually. Looks worse than it is. So Knives in the commando takes a good shot there. That medium laser Firestarter, actually, not doing too bad because you've got a little bit more range than the medium pulse. So that can help.
Well, and the other thing is that because it's got that range, the torso pitch doesn't make such a bad difference. Like medium pulse on it, unless you're at the exact optimal range for your pitch, like it really, really hampers you in a close.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and Andy mech basically in. Oh, no, another airstrike. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Trump has now lost half of his weapons. Squirrel is dubious here is also open just about everywhere. 2 mechs now for CSPS, a 1-shot. Andy is continually trading here, but losing trades, trading 2 versus 1, and he's going to go down for that. He's cherry CT. CSPS must sense a bit of blood here, and they do. 1 mech down, and CSPS are all moving up, but CSPS have better percentages overall. They got a very, very fresh urban mech here. So, CrossFit are moving across the middle here. Captain Cat...
abandoned the Fader Cat point.
Yeah, Captain Cat is getting dived over the back here. It's taking these 2 mechs a little long to kill him. Lamental Jester, though, is CT or anything, basically. So, yep, anything. That was it. He got breathed on and he was dead. Nikoro finishes off the chump. And CrossFit, all of a sudden, have got 2 very fast kills. And it's not going so well for them anymore. Deathly Eyes, who was very fresh, 80%, is now suddenly down to 33%, and he's about to go down. Oh, he gets Chill down at Freeze efforts there. Oh, no, hang on. No, Chill killed him. Sorry, my bad. And Nikoro finishes off Dubious. And there we go. The CrossFit end up taking out the match here off CSPS. Oh, okay. I'll update the scoreboard if you want to run through the damage. Oh, hang on. No. They have to wait for some cap points first. Whoops-a-daisies. Have to wait for some cap points. Okay, only 1 kill there for CSPS. That's a little rough. There's a lot of mechs here that are absolutely butt knackered from CrossFit.
I honestly think that once they'd taken Fader back, they should have disengaged from the cap point and instead gone just underneath that ledge where CXF were overwatching from, because they could still put strikes up there and they'd neutralize the high ground. Just bombard them with strikes until they had to.
Actually, looking at a lot of the CrossFit mechs here, they're all damaged. They're all fairly low percent, as in 50 or so, but they're all reasonably fresh in terms of armor. Like it might be a leg open or whatever, but they've all got quite a bit of armor left. So, I mean,
I think that also comes down to discipline of rotating out. Like even guys who you'd normally assume would rush ahead, like Cammy, who's renowned for it. Move back out of the line once they've taken a bit of...
Yep. Maybe after 6 years of comp, maybe Cammy's slowly learning the rotation of armor tactics. Perhaps.
Well, even though Raphnel fitted him with an electroshock collar.
Okay, let's have a look. Ooh. Jesus.
So, Knives in that commando, 444 damage. Pretty even spread overall across the whole CXF team. No one under 248 damage. On the CSPS side, dubious in that mislinks. I just don't think it worked out. 119 damage. The Firestarter, 181. Urban Mech, 171. Yeah, Andy doing the majority of the damage there, but he was also exposed for a large portion of the match.
Yeah, you can see some airstrikes doing a bulk of work there. Like, a lot of the CSPS guys haven't even been able to get much damage out. Dervish maybe got a good airstrike out, 261, because I thought the chump was kind of like stuck behind a wall and he's getting airstruck the entire time. So, okay, right. What are we up to? We're up to drop 3, and that sends us to
It's a
River City. Oh, River City and Theta. Okay. All right, let me over to the map strap for that one. Okay, right, River City. So we have, what is it? CrossFit would be on team 1. And CSPS on team 2. The cap point is obviously at Theta for this one. So this is going to be interesting. I think CrossFit will probably put maybe 1 mech up here. And CSPS might put 1 mech up here. But it is only a medium. It is only a medium drop. So they're allowed 4 mediums and 1 heavy mech. So it's still going to be reasonably fasty, sort of brawly, I would imagine. It's kind of hard to really trade a hell of a lot with only a heavy mech. I mean, you can, or even a medium like a Vapor Eagle, but it's going to struggle depending on what happens. I would expect some sort of movement like this from either team, honestly. Some sort of brawly business. I would pretty much not expect anyone to sort of head in this direction of the map. It's just not ideal.
You yield way too much control of the cap point.
Yeah.
And once you've gone around that edge, you have to go for a massive open space to be able to push F.
Yeah, if you come around this G7 from in the green line, so to say your CSPS, and you come around the green line, like CrossFit just have all these areas to, even up here as well. You know, you could just control the whole movement around here. It doesn't matter where they go. Go all the way
even
around
beyond
the
that.
back
Like
here.
if face even going around the Citadel, okay, cool. We'll just move into the garden and Fox 6 and just pummel them from there as they cross open ground.
Yeah, if CSPS come around this way, you can also do that. Just and then you just set up a firing line here and just cap Theta fully and rotate back and shoot them. So I definitely think we're going to see the fight on this section of the map to most of the degree. Now, do we see one of the teams though maybe do a brawl across water brawl here? So rather than do the F6 sort of roll across here, which is a little bit quicker for cover, or same for this way. You can even do it this way as well if you're CSPS. You can come around this way too. So I'm going to be interested to see if one of the teams is going to brawl. Hopefully one of the teams is not going to try and range too hard, because we've seen a lot of the DIV C teams try and play a lot of range game, and it kind of just hasn't worked out that well for them overall.
Well, the interesting thing is, look at the lances that they've locked in. You know, heavy Charlie Lance and 1 mech Alpha.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So
on team 1 side, so that's going to start them off around like the G9, G8.
So CSPS are basically locked into Charlie Lance. Okay. Wow. Interesting.
I don't know. Not CSPS, CXF.
Sorry, CXF. Sorry, did I say CXF? Oh, man, I'm getting tongue-tied today. Too many C's. Too many C's. Okay, so yeah, right. What are CrossFit going to do? Are they going to go this? Are they going to go this way? Do they believe it is a little bit quicker, I think, to get to Theta? So maybe they're going to.
Yeah. And the other thing is that, you know, remember, you've got a bunch of teams who are also worried about having happened what happened to MJ12 on this drop, where they had a bunch of mechs spawn up an alpha and accidentally capped gamma early.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't want to do that. That's a big problem for the viewers at home that maybe you're at work or on the toilet. You can't cap a cap point illegally. The only cap point is Theta. If you do cap one of the outer cap points, the big issue is you now have to then win the drop. So basically the other team, if you want to be super strategic, you kind of run away and almost hide a mech and guarantee that the other team doesn't win. That's pretty much how you need to do it. Or you can also win on caps too. You can still control the map, but the enemy team that basically, the team that caps the wrong cap has to win by kills at that point. And you have to win before the caps cap out too. So you definitely do not want to be capping the wrong point. That's pretty much the biggest no-no in this competition, I reckon.
Like, given it's a 10-minute match.
As we've seen with the 10-minute games, we get to about, the sweet spot for the caps is about 130 to 140 points. Okay, so Charlie Lance heavy for the CSPS. So they're going this way. It's going to be a really interesting game. It's going to be a really interesting game with Charlie Lance. Both teams are locked. Let's fire away. It's going to be really... Okay, Charlie Lance. I think CrossFit might be brawling here.
I would put smart money on them brawling, or
I think so,
maybe
yeah.
they're bringing Power of Cloud.
Yep. Oh.
Like, we've seen a lot of ATMs on drop 2.
Yeah, the ATM Vapor Eagle on drop 2 is like the mech to bring, but it's also the mech to neutralize. You neutralize that mech, you can very much almost guarantee your team a win, because that's so much DPS taken off the field immediately. Wow, okay, now here we go.
Like, medium pulses seems to be the established niche for this drop, but by the same token, like this morning we saw GNX very convincingly deploy 2 mechs up an airfield with ER large, and they just decimated us on it.
Wow. 2 ER large mechs were able to win from airport on a medium drop? Oof.
Well, they had 2 of them there, and we stalled our push around
okay. I was going to say, if you stall the push, that's going to happen, because honestly, there's no way you should lose the 2 ER large mechs in an airport. Unless you stall. That's pretty much it.
Look at this. Arctic Wolf, Vapor Eagle, Dervish, Grasshopper, and a Crab for 6.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look at the builds.
That Grasshopper will be an Overwatch mech.
Yep, yeah, large for sure. And the other guys, what are we doing here? It's fat, ATM, medium pulse, a mix of ATMs, SRMs, and medium pulse brawling for CXF. Here with the Overwatch ER large mech. What do we have for CSPS?
Griffin 1E. Like, they bought this mech last week, and it just did not work out for them at all on our.
No, it didn't actually. A lot of medium pulse and ATMs, and an Ultra 2 Night Gaia. Okay, ACs and Ultras. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. So we see CSPS here. Sorry, CrossFit here are already. They're going to have free cap. They're almost going to at least quarter cap this without taking any damage whatsoever. This is massive. This is really big for them, taking this cap point so early. And he's almost going to be able to cap it half cap. Half cap is really hard to turn around. He's going to get a full cap.
He's almost full cap, yeah.
He's going to get a full cap here. Tokoru is actually going to full cap this cap point, and CSPS have done nothing about it. This is a big problem for them now.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, this just means that
this is a massive issue.
Pull back and go, all right, cool. We have our ATM mechs overwatching the cap point to just destroy anything that gets close.
And look at CXF here. I'm just sorry to interrupt. They've just got a really good concave firing line here, basically overwatching Theta with Rathnor up high, the Crab in the middle here. They've got a huge concave and ER large, so they know. CrossFit will know if they try to come to the airport.
Nice strike by Andy right on where Rathnor is.
Oh, right on Rathnor, drops him down, only at 95%, so not too bad.
But
CSPS,
it did force him off that position, right?
Yeah, CSPS are crossing over, but look, they're super spread. Yeah, massively spread out here.
They've telegraphed a move so much for the Grasshopper's like, all right, cool, I'm out.
Yep.
Let it bruise.
Yep, he's just jumping away. Not much you can do about it. CSPS mega strung out right now. They need to practice this, I think, pushing as a team.
And
Shotgun Fist taking a barrel of damage though, in the butt too. Down to 85% there, trying to run away.
I would say that's down to running, very little back armor.
So yeah, that's true. What we need to be careful here as well is if CSPS push too far around this corner, their Jade Kite, sorry, in the back.
Definitely eyes down to 84%. I'm pretty sure it was a butt shot.
Oh, definitely eyes. Just Nakoru with the spring surprise SRM. I didn't even see him pop out there. Oh, that's massive. That is a huge kill.
That was 100% surprise Bukaki.
Yeah, that was surprise Bukaki, all right. Absolutely. He had no idea he was there. Holy shit. And the problem here is Andy Mech in the Jade Kite is just unable to provide his team with much support here.
Having the mech stick back that far really only works if you rush and get the cap early, then pull back.
All the CXF need to do basically now is just kind of hide. They don't need to be trading right now. And CSPS have decided to run backwards. This is a odd strategy here. Running backwards is just going to allow them to have free shots.
They're trying to take the cap and then pull back. But I don't think it's going to work.
Asia Inspector there is trading out with the Jade Kite, just keeping him busy, keeping him occupied.
I think he would have been better off putting fire on Theta, to be honest, rather than the Jade Kite.
Yeah, they do need to flip the cap here, CSPS. But are they going to be able to do it? no, they haven't cancelled the cap.
They've cancelled it now.
Oh, they've neutralized the cap now. Okay.
But it's down to 65% health.
They're taking a lot of damage to turn the cap around here. The crab in Shotgun Fist has taken a buttload of damage again. He's almost legged. Oddly, he's almost legged. And torso. Airstrike there. Misses the chump from across Fitz. Just misses. Oh, dear. So Jade Kite has kind of rotated a little bit around there to get some better angles. Dubious there jumps into the face of Asian Spectre here, who is probably fairly hot with just burning a large round out there, but looks like CrossFit are going to come on the far side.
Jumping on the cap now.
And Lamental's on his own. Lamental Jester is on his own over here, and CrossFit are able to focus him down and basically rush and push him out of the game here. Bang! 2 kills down now. Oh dear. This is definitely not looking too good for CSPS right now. Asian Spectre, though, is pretty wrecked. He's legged. He's not torsoed. I don't know how he's actually not dead.
Yeah, and Captain Cat's just going to jump over and flip the cat right back over.
And Dubious Squirrel has taken a buttload of damage there. The chump was not quite in the position to do a hell of a lot. And, oh no, Dubious Squirrel getting chased now. Getting chased mega hard. Oh, he's the crab is at 24%. Tanky little bastard of a mech. But XL Crab is dead. XL Crab. Hang on, what? XL Crab is dead. XL? That's not good. And now we're just chasing the chump. He's just going to chase down. And I know what Nokoro here in the Arctic Wolf is going to do. He's just going to go and find some Night Guy buttocks and to go and SRM him. Shotgun Fist and the chump are trying to duke it out here. Shotgun Fist.
More to the point, he's circling around the map, circling around Andy, like Andy's headphones circling back towards.
Yep, gets him down. And now there's just a little bit of a run around here. Oh, geez. Andy just taken all the ATMs to the CT there. Holy shit. And CXF, they do a 5-0. That's massive for them. That is huge. They need all the points they can get, and they have come prepared today. Let's have a look at the damage numbers. What do we see, mate?
Well, let's see. Rafnal with the PGI aim there, 510 damage. Asian Spectre, 416 in that Grasshopper. Shotgun Fist, 445 in that Crab. Yeah, Nikoro didn't do much damage in that Arctic Wolf, but the kill he got was so decisive early. 24 damage on that Griffin 180.
Yep, that was massive, actually. That kill was massive. That changed the game right there. I mean...
Oh, yeah. Like, it meant that, if you look at the CXF Dervish, he had time to just go flip the cap and force them to try and have to go back towards him while the rest of his team were just pumping.
Yeah, absolutely pumping. But, fortunately, didn't quite work out for them. Okay, so now at the moment we have... Oh, I should probably go to the scoreboard, actually. Where is the scoreboard? Here we have... is... CrossFit are currently sitting on 21 points, and Comstar Postal Service are sitting on 5 points. So far, CrossFit are heading for a almost full points score here after these first 2 drops. Although they did lose the 1v1, but so far, 5 kills. Sorry, 5 kills. So yeah, 5 kills and a win in both drops. And CSPS only able to nab 1 kill so far. That's pretty rough for them. That's definitely pretty rough for them. So, dear. Viridian Bog. I won't kind of draw, actually. You know what? I'll go back to River and do some quick doodling. So what we saw here was CrossFit's all spawn here. Take this. Put a mech up here, ER large. And then basically they just had a lot of firing lines here looking down, watching what CSPS were doing. CSPS positioned a mech up here, kind of moved up to here, and then they sort of did this little kind of dragged out sort of push across here and rotated into sort of this G7, F7 area here. And then boom. That's when I think it was, who was in the Arctic?
It was Nikoro.
Nokoro, yeah, blowing up, was it Deathly Eyes, just blowing him up there in the Griffin. At that point, we sort of saw CSPS actually rotate back, take Theta, and kind of come around sort of this way. CrossFit kind of were looking, saw that coming, moved around, got a couple of kills in, and it was pretty much the game decided right there. So
I just think that with that night gear sitting back as far as he was, that would have worked okay had they had like an extremely fast medium, like an ice ferret or something, to just rip out and just grab the cap straight away and then pull away. But if your team's getting to the cap point second, then it's not going to do you much good standing that far back because you're going to be out of a fight for large chunks.
well, especially when you need to essentially be aggressive and play forward of the cap to get the cap back. Very hard work to sit up if you lose that cap early. Pretty smart play there, I think, by bringing the Arctic Wolf from CrossFit. Pretty smart play there because they got that cap early and that really dictated the game. And we're seeing that happen a lot in a lot of these drops, is taking that cap, super important. Now,
well, at the end of the day, you take the cap point, you dictate the terms of the fight because the other team has to worry about, all right, we've only got X amount of time before we can't do anything. We lose because we won't be able to, get the cap.
No, exactly right. Have to do something. Once you get 140 caps, game's over. That's it. Like, there's just nothing more left. Now, I'm just drawing here on the map all the little high spots you can sort of hide, jump on, and all the rest of it to overwatch Theta. We've got like 3 levels, sometimes 4 levels of elevation on Viridian Bog. So the cap point, Theta, Viridian is cool. I like it. We can bring in all sorts of play styles. That's the cap point there. We've got CrossFit who are already pretty locked into Charlie Lance. So
and both teams are locked.
Sorry, CSPS are locked into Charlie Lance. Oh damn!
And whereas CXF are locked into Alpha with one mech.
So yeah, I think we're going to see the orange points marked on the map. You can launch whenever you want, mate. The orange the orange points on the map used pretty heavily here. You can even use this one at the back as well. They're all the high ground spots. You kind of really do not want to be on the low ground in this map. It's pretty bad, especially if there's someone with
trust
ATMs.
me, I know. I know. Like, we made the mistake of going low ground as a collective, and it didn't work out for us at all.
No, because what you could do, you could basically sit on the orange points with an ATM mech or something and just spew out 1,000 damage, having been basically being uncontested. So,
well, we had the problem that our ATM mech sat too far back and only did 120 on.
No, that doesn't help either. Now, let's get the sides swapped here. Okay, sides are swapped out.
Oh, so straight away looking at these mechs, Summoner, Linebacker, Annihilator, Thanatos, and a Knight.
Okay, so for CSPS we have a Summoner with Ultra 10s, Linebacker, SRMs, Ultra 10 Thanatos, that's interesting, Ultra AC2 Night Guy, and an Annie with AC5s and 10s. Okay, so Linebacker obviously trying to maybe cap the cap early is the stretch here.
Well, the interesting thing is that on the CXF side, they too have a Thanatos.
Okay, Medium Pulse Warhammer, AC2s, heavy PPC Grasshopper. Okay, that is different. MRM40 Thanatos. Ooh, that's a lot of damage being spread. You want Bukaki? You're gonna get Bukaki. Oh, and a Night Guy with ATMs. Okay. Interesting mech choices and builds here for both teams. This is gonna be. Well, I really don't know how this fight's gonna play out at this point. I don't know. This is interesting. So Trump has decided to try and cap Theta, has been unsuccessful, and has taken 10% of reasonably quality damage already.
Realistically, if you want to do the rush towards Theta, Hellfire is a better choice because it can go an extra 30 k's an hour faster than Line.
So basically, no team is. This is a stalemate here. We have a really far back sort of stalemate thing going on here.
That was a beautiful strike on Captain Cat.
That was a big strike on Captain Cat. Oh, you know what? It didn't. It only hit his front. It must have been the arse end. Only hit his front. Rathnor here picking with the ATMs, taking a lot of damage. Down to 83% from a single poke and didn't do any return damage at all. Okay, so they know So what do we have here? So we have CrossFit that knows the linebacker is on the left-hand side here. Well, on their right, I guess. So they're lurking, trying to be annoying. They might be heading in here to take him out. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yep, that's what they're doing. They're trying to take him out here. So Chump is running away in the linebacker. Neither team has any interest in theta capping at all. CSPS
They're both
tried.
interested in controlling it rather than actually dropping down. And like you saw the Chump try and take it initially, but just go no. And now Captain Cat drops down.
So Captain Cat, yeah, okay. Captain Cat is the team has
strike
decided.
on top of him.
Yeah, there is a massive strike on him. What is going to happen here?
76%.
Can't click on him.
74.
All things considered, that you know what? He's standing underneath the cap. You can actually stand underneath the cap here. So he basically avoided all strike damage because you can stand under it here. You're shielded. I did not know that. Okay, that's interesting. Very handy to know. He'd lose 2 medium pulse for his efforts though in the arms. But look at that. He's been able to full cap that cap point. Just about. This is another big one. This is another big one for CrossFit.
And he only took 2% damage on his exit out. So 3%.
He did lose 2 medium pulse though. I mean, that's a lot of his weaponry when he only has 7.
That'll be rear damage.
Yeah, he's basically a wolfhound now. In a 70-ton mech or something, and he's now.
Hey, mate, just because he identifies as a wolfhound, thank you.
Oh dear. So now, what does CSPS do? They have to work out something here now. They have to counter this, but what do they do?
Yeah, and the thing is that the percentages on CXF side are pretty high still. Like Knives is at 98%. Asian Spectre still 89%.
I'd say they're pretty even roughly. I mean, Captain Cat has taken a little bit more damage, only because he lost his arm there, but yeah, I mean, CSPS have a little bit more, but they're going to push. It looks like they're going to be aggressive here and push up.
Yeah,
which I think is a bit risky
right
because
on top of them.
The mental jester right over the back there is not going to be able to
Definitely, he's going to take a strike damage to the back, I think.
Oh, yeah. Definitely Eyes, somehow, through the god of RNGesus, misses all of the airstrike in an Annihilator. Tell me, when does that happen when you're piling in an Annie? When do you ever miss getting airstrike?
This time.
This time. And Captain Cat there getting dackered has now fallen to 46%, has lost another medium pulse laser and is open CT. I have no idea why he was up there.
The Chump's about to go on top of Knives. He's within the range of heavy PPCs.
Yep. So, CSPS kind of losing a little bit of map control here with this push. Captain Cat goes down. Definitely Eyes finishes him off there in the Annie. There's another airstrike in the middle of the CSPS push, but Knives is also stuck as well. Oh, this was looking good for CrossFit, but it ain't looking good right now.
Oh, it's, the fact that CSPS have gone, no, look, we've got to be decisive at this point.
Yep, they're trying to focus the Annie. Yeah, definitely Eyes here has lost most of his weapons. Heavy PPCs here for Knives is getting shot in the butt by the linebacker, but needs to get out of there. He just needs to go on the low ground now. He's got nowhere else to hide. Oh, definitely Eyes goes down. The heavy peeps in the back. This is a strange.
And the Chump's going for butt shots on Knives.
Agent Spectre here is still fresh in the CrossFit Annie here. Dubious has lost a torso here, so he's lost some UAC 10s.
Knives goes down.
Yeah, Chump's got Knives. Cammy is definitely next. Oh, Cammy is halved. Okay, Cammy's halved. That's a big problem too. So we've got Rathnor here.
Squeebles is down to 45%.
Yeah.
Rathnor and Asian. If Asian can hold off.
Yeah, if Asian can hold this, they could actually
Rathnor
do it.
Just keep.
Oh, Cammy gets down to Chump. Cammy with one Amber M40 somehow dunks on Chump. I don't know how that happened. I was not looking at that fight. And Dubious is totally wrecked. Has he even got any weapons?
Lamental.
And Lamental's moving up here, but I think the Annie's going to carry this. With ATMs, I think CSPS are not going to be able to pull this off after doing a good aggressive push. They're not going to be able to pull the win off. Oh, Nike is legged. That's ATMs for you.
That's, ATMs, yeah.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. CrossFit are going to pull it off. They've done it. Oh. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was close. You got Rathnor here. Let's have a look.
You've got to take out the ATM mech. Like, it just shoots out so much damage.
Yeah, Rathnor's going to have an 800 damage game here, I think. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. So Rathnor's basically one touch, not quite one touch
or
CT.
Is PGI going to have an 800 game damage?
Cammy's kind of dead, but not kind of dead. He's still got a torso left, so it's not too bad. And Asia Spectre...
He's only a flesh wound.
Asia Spectre's kind of got half his weapons and a bit of armor, so not too bad. Not too bad for CrossFit. Definitely, maybe didn't go quite as well as they were hoping. Okay. What do we have? What do we have for damage numbers here? Oh my god.
1,181 damage for Asian Spectre and that Annihilator.
Oh wow.
Rafnor 756. Yeah, Captain Cat 27 damage.
Yeah, Captain Cat doing, what's that? 2.5 panic buttons? 2.5 panic buttons? Something like that. So that's not the best performance I've ever seen in a competitive match, that's for sure. But yeah, 1,000 damage, 700
he
damage.
did his job. Like, he took control of a cap and then forced CSPS to go, all right, we have to do.
And Nike Elemental only able to crack out about 600 damage there, which, yeah, kind of, it's really hard when your team moves forward. It's really hard for you to get angles at that point from where he was. Oh dear. Oh dear. Still loss and win. All right, let's have a look at the scoreboard now. What do we have here? The scoreboard says that we have the CSPS here trailing well behind with 8 points, and CrossFit sitting on 31. They're almost going to go for a full point haul here. 25 points for CrossFit today is so damn important for their finals first place hope. And the way they are playing today, how organized they are well on their way to getting it. Well on their way to getting it. So, what map are we off to next? We are off to
Frozen City.
Frozen City and Theta. Oh shit. Okay, well, let's have a look at some map strat then. I'll do some very quick Viridian Bog, what we saw here. We saw, what was it? CSPS almost sit all the way back in this area. Try and do firing lines this way. CrossFit, very similar. Had another mech just here poking the corner. Another mech up here at one point as well. Same thing. Eventually, Captain Cat comes in here to cap the cap point and bails out, loses a couple of weapons. After a few minutes...
I would actually say even before that, the important one was the fact that the linebacker from CSPS rushed forward,
yeah,
but couldn't get the cap before CXF could deny him. Like, remember, he shed 10% armor in the opening 30 seconds of a match, trying to get it.
Yeah, kind of dived in.
And pretty much, neutralized CSPS's initial strategy of, all right, take the cap, then deny them for a rest of it and force them to have to push in.
That was definitely CSPS's aim here. You can tell it with the linebacker. They had the firing line set up, a lot of bit more rangey sort of stuff ready to go, but it didn't work out. So, because we had the Theta cap end up being taken by CrossFit, it forced CSPS to come over all the way around here. For some reason, Captain Cat was up here and got absolutely dunked on all over his face and basically was taken out of the game. He dropped down here and then was taken out very, very soon. But we had, the CrossFit guys kind of sort of moved around to these sort of areas here and were able to just wail on CSPS as they moved in. Whilst CSPS did get that kill, that Warhammer, Captain Cat out of the game, it was just not quite enough to capitalize, especially with the ATM mech here. Basically, the Annie was tanking at the front. ATM mech got hammered a little bit. The Night Guard moved back a little bit and was just pop-tarting ATMs over the back of the Annie that was sitting there tanking. So, good teamwork there by CrossFit. Unfortunately, CSPS's plan didn't quite go to plan. They didn't quite pull off the win there. But we're off to Frozen.
That was definitely the closest one they've had today.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty close. That was a lot closer than the other drops we've seen, for sure. So, Frozen City Conquest. Theta cap. Now, do you play the range game through this region and through this region? Hard to say. Hard to say. We've seen somehow in one match, GNX were able to scamper 2 mechs up here or something like this and end up brawling the team 1 out somehow due to poor scouting from their enemies. I'm not sure.
It was actually the other way around. It was the match from us this morning. So
Oh.
they pushed across from D5 with a Madcap Mark IIB
Yep.
and an Annihilator. The Annihilator was flagged, but the Mark IIB, you swear it must have had stealth on it because no one fucking saw it at all until it was up in front.
Okay, yeah, that's a problem. I mean, you can
That's
do
a
it.
huge problem.
It's a massive problem. I mean, you can do a brawl movement even this way as well, right? Can come this way. It's a little bit more risky. If you're going to brawl, you can go the backside of the bridge here and be protected. You can move up a little bit here if you're a bit faster and do that if you sort of set up here. But brawl pushes can be pretty risky. It can be pretty risky.
And the other thing is with the weight on this drop, really, unless you're bringing like
it's the big drop too, right?
A gargoyle, like unless you're bringing a Victor, a gargoyle, a charger. What are your other options?
It's 4 assaults. It's a massive drop. Yeah, it's huge. It's 4 assaults.
You're forced to basically like going, all right, Darko, we're not moving that fast, but we'll close the distance. Or you go ER large or PPCs.
I think we're going to see a ER large game, something like this. All this firing line business, in sort of these points. A lot of good points. You might even be able to get a mech up to here from Team 2. Can actually be quite annoying because you're basically dealing maximum damage. So you get one good alpha in from E4 across here. It's only about 800 meters. And if you're an ER large or ER peeps mechs, you're dealing full damage, bang, bang. So,
do you want me to launch?
Yeah, fire away. What we have, though, is a light mech in each drop. Now, do we see at either team send a fleas to try and cap Theta? I would say Theta is easier to cap from the Team 1 side because there's a little bit of low ground here. So, ooh.
Well, not just that, also, just in terms of straight distance. If you're going from Team 2 side, you have to go around that dropship.
Yeah, Team 1, I would definitely say, has a bit more of an advantage to cap Theta. I think in the assault drop, that's going to be pretty damn important here. Yeah.
The other thing is, I just don't think that fleas are necessarily the right move. I think, yes, it's fast, but the superior DPS of a Wolfhound is probably better for late.
Look what we have. Fleas. We have fleas!
And we have a commando on CXF side.
So it's interesting that CSPS have decided to bring a flea from their end. They are going to try and contest this cap here. So we got Bludgeon with ER peeps, ER large stalker.
I don't think they are. I think they're sending the flea over to
ER peeps Annie. ER large. Okay, Battlemaster.
Because look, he's gone up. He's not going for the cap. Okay, he's instead trying to provide.
5 medium laser flea is just trying to look and see what's going on. That is going to allow CrossFit here free reign on the cap. ER PBC Blood Asp. They got to be careful with that one because most of the weapons are in a single torso. ER large Annie, ER large, and 4 ER PPCs on the Madcat 4. So a full big long range fight here. The issue is going to be that the commando here for a CrossFit is going to free reign on the cap. Now, what do CSPS do now? How do they answer this? What do they do?
For starters, I think putting everyone on that left-hand side is a mistake. Putting one mech on the right-hand side means you've got multiple overlapping files.
Is that an airstrike on someone? No, missed him. Oh, wow. Full cap on Theta here for CrossFit. This is going to be a major problem for CSPS because to push across and cancel this cap now, you have to basically get rid of the commando to let your flea in. Or you win your trades. Oh, airstrike here on Captain Cat. Drops him down to 85%. But not too bad. Not too bad. I'll just sit on the high level view here for now. Definitely Eyes has taken an airstrike. He's taken one. Is he about to take a second airstrike? Oh, he misses the second airstrike there just. Okay, so it's a pop-tarting Madcat. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's 4.
Taking a lot of damage, though. We've seen the chump run straight past Knives. They didn't even see each other then. Okay, so this medium laser flea has just dropped an airstrike on Barbecue. Shot him to let him know that he was getting something to come at him. And it's taking a little bit of strike damage there, but the commando is now on the flea. We've got a little fight here. This could be the deciding part of the game. If Chunk gets
My
taken
money's
out...
on the Commando, to be honest.
Yep.
Like, in a knife fight like that.
Oh. Well, you've also got your Stalker backing up here with Barbecue too, right? Trump is taking a very risky move here by doing this. Very risky move. Okay, so Knives is going to bail out here, I would imagine. You do not want to go any further than that. And now we're back to sitting and waiting.
Yeah, I really don't like where CSPS have set their mechs up. Like, you look at the amount of damage that Squeebles is taking. Dubious and Lamental just in no position to support.
Well, they're trying to move up here. I see what they're trying to do, CSPS here. They're trying to move up because they've got no cap control. Crossfire are already at 85 tickets, which is halfway to basically... Well, actually, it's more than halfway to win condition. And definitely Eyes is taking quite a bit of damage here as well. So, yeah, CSPS are definitely... Their positions is not ideal here. CrossFit have a larger firing line. Well, they did. They kind of don't have... not as wide as what it was, but they're spread out. I mean, they've reacted to the way CSPS are moving here, and they know they need to take the cap back. Please is over here. Knives
he's on the cap now.
He spots him. Knives knows he's there. I mean, they all have to know he's there right now, but Knives is not doing anything about it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They are letting CSPS free cap this. CrossFit, what are you doing? You had control.
To hold it for another 23 points.
Oh dear. This is not ideal. CrossFit are just absolutely giving up the cap point, and they have not achieved win condition caps yet. If Comstar Postal Service can somehow cap this and then control it for 5 more minutes, they will win.
Knives is about to come in.
Oh, Knives is on the way back in now, but okay. In the meantime, though, Deathly Eyes looks like he's been losing some trades here. He's sitting at 56%. Open torso and CT. Same thing, open torso for Squeebies here. Oh, the percentage is not the best. Not the best here for Comstar. Not the best.
And Knives goes to flip it back.
Oh, okay. So Knives has been able to flip back the cap here. This is super important for CrossFit. If he can cap this, all they need is another 20 tickets, and that's game over. That's all they need.
Yeah, and definitely Eyes is down 38%. He's going to go down any second now.
Yeah, definitely Eyes getting hammered pretty heavily here. There is an airstrike over the back here. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's halved.
He's halved. Oh, airstrike missing Barbecue and Captain Cat there. They're both taken, both these guys here from CrossFit. Captain Cat in the Stalker. Oh, sorry, Captain Cat in the Warhammer and Barbecue's in the Stalker. Both taking some airstrike damage, but not enough by the look of it. Knives has run in, dropped an airstrike on Deathly Eyes. Oh dear. Is it going to hit him? 30%? Oh man, Deathly Eyes is one touch from that airstrike.
And he's turning his back as he's moving away.
Well, he's one touch on the CT.
Now.
Doesn't really matter at this point. Oh no, Squeebies has just lost something from the torso there. Oh, this is not looking good now for Comstar Postal Service. They are not delivering a package tonight.
And it's at 150 tickets. This is a win for CXF at this point.
Yeah, CXF have basically achieved win condition as long as they don't die. Or, well, yeah, that's it. They don't die. So it's not looking good now for Comstar Postal Service in this match. Being pretty well out-traded by CrossFit here today.
The main thing for CXF, though, is they'll be looking at going, right, well, yeah, we get 5 points for a win, but we also need the kills to try and claw points.
I think we're going to see at the 3-minute mark, CXF move up.
Yeah,
they're going to have to. They have to. This commando's searching for a kill. They know the Mad Cat is out there, weak, right? They're searching for that kill, but he is unable to find him at all.
Yeah, like Knives is basically sitting there going, I know there's blood in the water.
Yep, he knows, he smells it, but he's unable to pick it. Oh, geez, those. Okay.
And they get him down.
Okay, they've got one down now. The commando here, the commando fight is on. It's on, but it's not on. No, commando's diving out. He's out. He doesn't want any more of that. 5v large stalker getting shot here from 2 angles.
Oh, he's
shut down. Oh, Knives has got free attack on him. Rathnor finishes him off with the ERPPC Annihilator there in the stalker. Dubious shutting down there. Not ideal. That's 2 kills now. 2 kills now for CrossFit. They're going to have to move up and be aggressive. They need points. They need all the points here. It is so damn important for them right now.
31% Annihilator and...
Yep. I'm looking at that. Yep. Oh, Chump's legs are nearly gone. Once Chump loses his leg, he's out of the game. There's no way you can run away from a commando at that point. Oh dear, Chump just lost his leg.
Hey, he's going down.
Chump just lost his leg. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Knives are running away. I don't know why. They need the kills. Yeah, maybe. Oh dear. Oh no, he gets him down. Oh bang, he stood still. Nailed him in the CT. Oh dear. Okay. CrossFit really need to be moving up. They need to be W keying right now and saving mechs. So what we need here is Captain Cat needs to basically stay kind of hidden. He does not need to die right now, nor does Barbecue. But what they need right now is Rathnor and Steelwater to be W keying all the way across here. Although Knives might get in here anyway and do it on his own. Blood Asp PPC versus Commando. I'll tell you who wins. It ain't the Blood Asp. And Blood Asp was lost.
Knives is sitting there going, kill frenzy.
Oh dear. Blood Asp has lost all his weapons basically because 3 PPCs on the Blood Asp are all in a single torso. Very risky mech, that one. And the Commando is here. Shoot him in the butt. It's really hard to hit a Commando when you don't have any arm weapons. And they're just going to leg him, and CXF are going to take a 5-0. A 5-0. That's huge. That is the points they need here. Oh dear. Oh dear. And if Knives in this Commando does not have 600 or 700 damage at the end of this game, color me surprised if that does not happen. I'll tell you what. Oh dear. Dead bodies everywhere. Oh, let's have a look at damage numbers. Have a look. Ooh.
Knives, 464 damage in that Commando. Lol Barbecue, 590 in the Stalker. Stillwater, 448. Captain Cat, 478. Rathnor, 443. Very even spread of damage there. On the CSPS side, Elemental Jester, 630 in that Blood Asp. Squeebles, 405. I just don't think that Mad Cat Mark II was a good choice here. It's just got to expose so much in order to be able to fire.
Yeah, you got to expose basically everything of it, I guess. I feel like a Warhawk might have been a better choice here. More quirks for if you're going to play the PPC game. I mean, the Warhawk not the best hitboxes either. So if you're going to pick between a Mad Cat and a Warhawk, I'd probably pick the Warhawk.
Well, either are taking the Warhammer 2C. Like, there's a reason why a lot of teams are using it now for PPC.
Yeah, true. Okay, let's have a look at the scoreboard here. We are going for some massive points here. CrossFit are sitting at 41 points to 9 points for Comstar Postal Service. If they pull off another win for the next drop, that's going to put them at basically max points, which is 25 points for the overall win. Oh, massive. That's massive. That is absolutely huge, massive, these guys. So we'll wait and see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Now, so a little bit of map strat. What we had here was kind of this sort of setup here from roughly this setup from Mando going down here from CrossFit. And then CSPS, we sort of had them here. It was here, I think. There was another one here. I think someone else around about here. The problem was the CrossFit guys kind of had a little bit more angles to sort of shoot through these ways than the CSPS team. We kind of, to get angles on some of these guys, had to sort of expose a little bit too much, going around some corners and stuff. So, and then also losing.
Look, I think the idea of sending that light mech up to scout early instead of going for Vader, decent one from CSPS. But my question is, if you're doing that, why take the fleet at that point? Why not take a commando instead, or a wolfhound, or something that's got a better close-in knife?
Yeah, it's good for the fleet to scout and see who was doing what, but after that, the fleet was.
I mean, actually, Kel, come to think of it, you could have used a incubus with 1 ER large and 3 ER medium.
You could, yeah. I mean, you could have run an incubus, right? Now, crazy as it may seem, run an incubus all the way around the back here and just harass butts all day. Like, the incubus is running, 130 Ks an hour. You can harass a lot of butts.
Try one. If you're running the 6 ER medium build, then it's 154.
150? Oh, there you go. maybe an Incubus is a shot here for Team 2 on Frozen City. That's a good idea. I mean, yeah, run around the backs, shoot them all. You know, you can harass a lot of ER large mechs that way. And I mean, ER large mechs generally don't have a lot of butt armor, so you can get some good damage in there pretty early. Now we're off to Canyon Networky. Okay. All right. Now we have CSPS are on a team at 1. They are in Alpha Lance and Charlie Lance. The cap point is Theta, so pretty important to take Theta fairly early on. Fairly early on in the battle, or you're going to have some problems.
I'm thinking that they're going to be running Overwatch deck. Free mechs, you know, 1 light maybe going for Theta, and the other 2 sitting around Radio Tower, and the other 2 mechs going around that pillar at the corner of E4, E5.
Yeah, I've just drawn a couple of little circles up here. I would imagine something around that for CSPS. If you're going to do a little bit of range, that's where you sort of be you want to be sort of setting up. I highly doubt we're going to see any of this Epsilon business today. Any sort of brawl pushes, pretty unlikely. Especially with
I think the main danger if you're running a medium mech as one of the overwatching ones and you're only running 1 light to go for Theta is you've got to be ready to put support in very quickly if the other team's running a light and a medium, basically gank.
Yep, definitely. But what are we going to see from CSPS? Oh, sorry, CrossFit. They're moving their dudes around now, so we'll have a bit of an idea what we may see very soon. Okay. Looks like it might be Alpha Charlie for them as well.
Which is interesting. I think the team 1's the stronger trading position. You know, if you're doing a fight over Theta, team 2 is definitely stronger if you're trading around.
So I've drawn a couple of little sort of trading areas if you're going to try and play the trade game here for Team 2. I mean, there is other options over here as well for these teams, but as Epsilon does not matter here, there's no point sending your guys up into those top right corners. So I'm not going to worry about those. Okay, that's what we're going to see. With Rathnor and Stillwater in Charlie Lance, we're definitely going to see these 2 guys. I would imagine two assaults, or a heavy and an assault, or 2 assaults over here, perhaps. Well, they're ready. Let's go.
Let's launch it.
Yeah, last drop of the day. Last drop of the day. What is going to happen here? This is a big game. Big game for CXF. They come out needing a lot of points today, and they've done it. They've done a very good job so far.
I would also like to thank both teams for actually not dragging this out. Like, being ready on time is a huge.
It makes it so much quicker. I mean, we've only been casting for just on an hour. Perfect. It's also 5v5, right? If you've got your set strat and you've got your plan and you've researched your enemies and stuff, you're kind of coming in and already know what you want to do. For the most part. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, Annie and Battlemaster. What a surprise. 2 assaults for CrossFit in this left side. Aha! I guessed correctly. Amazing how well I know this game sometimes. 2 ER PPCs, small lasers for Cammy here. Wolfhound small.
Oh, here we go. Yep,
also.
I called it.
Okay.
Vapor Eagle 3 and a Javelin on the CSPS side on Charlie. And all their weight is on Alpha.
Okay, yep.
Thanatos, Blood Asp, Annihilator.
Ah, can't click on it. Medium, hang on, 6 medium laser Javelin. Is that missing that's missing a laser, right?
Yeah, but it's missing a laser because it's got the set of it's got the quirk for no ghost.
Okay, so Captain Cat kind of standing still here on the cap. Are the guys going to be able to cap it? No, they are not. The CrossFit up here early with 2 mechs, but unable to convert it. But the chump is taking a lot of leg damage.
Oh, 75%.
He's already open on the legs. He's legged. The chump is already legged. The first 1 minute of the game, not even, and we've already got a mech taken out. Holy shit. This is massive. Massive for CrossFit. Oh, dear.
And he's down.
Oh, dear me. Oh, man. This is dire shit now. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is not good. This is not good.
Given that that's their only fast mover.
Yep, and
the rest of the mechs are all traders, and he isn't even in position.
CrossFit have taken the map already. They've taken the cap. That's it. There. Oh dear. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Now, what do you do with CSPS now? You're in some serious map control trouble now. And the
Not
problem
just
with
map control, like you've got a light and a medium that can just, get in there and get back shots on you now.
well, I'm just
All
looking
we have to do
where
is just, drop it below.
CSPS are on the map. They've now been corralled into a single little corner here. There's just nothing. They are really in trouble now. I think, what do we got over here? We've got Rathnor over here in the Annie. He needs to move up. Stillwater needs to move up. These guys need to make some plays and really keep the map control. You know, CrossFit do not want to lose it. You do not want to be 1,500 meters away right now.
Well, because the other thing is that if they're that far out, they're not adequately supporting their light and medium. If CSPS have any hope to gain this back, it's okay. Their assaults aren't exposing. We need to gank for light and medium real fast and force their assaults to have to then commit.
Oh, there we go. Rathnor is channeling my inner move up. He's starting to move up now, and that's what they need. CrossFit need to really dominate this game here. Oh, shit, wrong button. But look at that. Deathly Eyes now down to 69%, eating another airstrike, and they're just backed into a corner here. Oh, this is... Look at this. CrossFit concave slowly moving up, slowly moving up, slowly
Oh, this is basically just slowly putting the squeeze on. And with that UAV still being up, they have eyes on exactly where they are. They can put strikes on it.
Oh, another big airstrike on Squeevy's there. Oh, geez, he's down at 78% now. Oof. Oh, this is nasty. They've got AC2s on the right of him. They've got PPCs on the left of him. Oh, CSPS are in a bit of trouble here.
Squeeble Knives just put out another strike on where Squeebles is.
Yep. Oh, missed him. Missed Squeevy's there. Missed him with the airstrike. Artillery strike, sorry. Oh dear. Oh, Captain Cat just walked straight. Oh my god. How is Captain Cat not dead? He just walked into a Blood Aspen Annihilator. Just full pick round the corner. And he gets almost leaped by ATMs. Oh shit. Rathnor though is now moving up in the Annie. Finally in a position to do some crossfire here. AC2's now sending the beat down. CrossFit need to be careful. They don't want to lose any mechs here. They need to be smart and conserve the mechs.
Well, to be fair, they don't lose any points for losing mechs.
That's true.
And 42 don't gain any points for them losing mechs.
So I mean, you don't want CSPS to get any points.
If you need to throw away mechs to get the.
CSPS don't want to. You don't want CSPS to get any points either, though. That's also. I mean, you might want to be a bit sportsman and give him a morsel right now, but.
I don't think it's about that. I think the CSPS have few enough points on the table. They pose no threat to CXF's position at all.
Both CrossFit lights here are both open CT, all from ATMs. All from ATMs, just taking beatings.
On a strike, not right behind.
Oh, strike on Rathnor over there. Let's have a look, see what he does from range. Oh, 73%! Jeebus.
71%, 70%.
That was a big airstrike. Another return. Rathnor drops a return airstrike on CSPS here. And you know what? Doesn't really hit anybody. What's the odds? The RNGs is for some people today. Now, Rathnor's almost moved up a little bit too far.
Is that another striker behind him?
Yeah, it is. Right on top of Rathnor.
Oh.
Huge airstrike. 54, 46, 39%. Rathnor moved over. Rathnor moved too far past the rock here and can't get back into cover and is dead.
And he's down.
Rathnor is down. Rathnor is down there. What Rathnor should have done here, guys, I'll show you very quickly, is sat behind the rock, not moved up in front of the rock. He should have sat behind the rock here, and then you can just walk backwards. Now, CSPS have such low percentages. ER large Annie's missing weapons. The Thanatos is missing legs just about. Dubious is kind of fresh. Kind of not. Open on a torso here. Stillwater's moved up here.
Cat coming up behind Squeebles.
Yeah, Captain Cat moving up on the rear here. I'll tell you what though, CrossFit's percentages are really low all of a sudden. Look at the scoreboard. They're really low and really crit everywhere. Somehow they have kind of not really put the squeeze on all that well, but can they kill off the mechs in time or not? Captain Cat is running away. Does he die
Well, I mean,
here?
at this
No,
point,
he doesn't.
CSPS are looking at it going, well, it's 170 points now anyway. We can't bring this back.
Knives gets down Deathly Eyes here. He's got to be careful. Dubious is getting shot in the butt. He knows he's getting shot in the butt, so he's going to turn around, and that presents Knives with an opportunity. No, it doesn't. Oh, Dubious just misses Knives on the dash past. Takes the torso off, I believe. Captain Cat's going to go down there. Yep, Lamental finishes off Captain Cat. Oof. Pops him up. But again, win condition has been achieved as all the caps here, 180 caps, 190 caps, pretty much. I don't think you're going to be able to beat that.
Nah, we're not going to be able to.
Oh, Cammy loses a torso,
Light.
but Dubious has lost a CT now.
And AGM's on Cammy.
And he's
down to
dead.
37.
Yep, Cammy gets Dubious. And Cammy's legged and lost a torso, but still has an ERPPC left, so that's not too bad. Oh, Knives, just dodging the ATM volley there, just getting into cover. Just. In the nick of time there. And now, CXF putting the last little bit of pressure on here. Squeeby's 16% in this Thanatos. Still alive. No idea how. 14%, 13%. Gets Cammy down. How is he alive when he has one shot? Knives. Oh, Jesus. This is way closer than it probably should have been. Knives is one touch here on the torso. Basically from ATM is going to kill him either way.
I'm just looking at these percentages, and this is seriously a cripple fight at this point.
Yeah, it is. Look at him. There's a lot of one-armed men, but the Vapor Eagle, though, Elemental Jester, still has all his weapons. Probably doesn't have a few heat sinks. Probably missing a few heat sinks at this point, but still got all his weapons. And Stillwater. What's Stillwater looking like? Oh, Stillwater's one touch on the CT. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, so CXF just dancing now. Just dancing. Just dancing. I know. So Knives knows where he is on the cap point here.
Elemental, you can't get the cap back. There's no point even bothering at this point. You just pull out the range a bit and just ATM him.
Well, that's if you can. Oh no, Knives! Knives opens the wrong torso there. Could have taken off some ATMs. Oh, shoots him in the butt! Takes off a torso. That's one of the ATMs gone. Oh, is Knives going to live here? Knives going to live here, and is Elemental Jester going to die here? I don't know. Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Knives gets him down! And this Thanatos is one touch. Surely Knives can do this.
I know. I kind of want to see him take 2% off him, just so we can say his percentage is low.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Squeebies knows where he is. Obviously got a target spotted. Oh, Squeebies gets him! One pellet. Oh, he's still got both his weapons. That's why, you see. And Stillwater here.
Still has both weapons. Jesus Christ.
This is crazy. Look at this. CSPS have come back at the in the last drop here. They're not going to win it, but by geez, they put up a fight after losing a mech at the very start of the game. Holy shit. Squeeby's going to be able to get to the cat point for a time. Not that it really matters, but, you know, just a little mini game within the game, you know. Now, Stillwater in the Battlemaster. Oh, who's going to see who first? They might actually see each other in the last 30 seconds of the match here. They might. Who's going to... Oh, is Stillwater going to see him first? He knows he's there. Squeebies doesn't know where Stillwater is, though. Oh, Stillwater gets him! Oh, he's looking. He was ready. He was ready. Whoa!
And what that's 10 points for that last drop.
What a game! Exactly
what they needed.
Oh, Shivas. Oh, I'm really scared to click on this damage numbers tab. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. That's not as bad as I was expecting.
694 for Cammy and the Summoner. 683 for Rafnor and the Annie. On the CSPS side, Elemental 761. Squeebles, sorry, like he was tanking like an absolute beast for.
He must have eaten at least 600 damage. He only dealt 300, but he must have eaten 600 in that game. Holy shit, 13%. Oh, that's crazy. Well, there we go. There we go. Definitely Eyes, Dubious, and Elemental end up not doing too bad of a job in the end to pull it back to 4 kills for them. But CXF taking out the win today. Taking out the overall. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard. What do we have?
So, let's see here.
Okay, the score. Well, I think that is almost maximum points here for CrossFit with 51 points in the actual drops. And then Comstar with 14 for the day. Oh, let's have a look. So I believe that's...
Honestly, that is the closest drop 5 I think we have seen to date.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. So I think this is 23 points or something for CrossFit. I don't think it's the full 25 because they lost the first drop, the 1v1, but this is going to be very close now because 23 points basically puts them at 200. So, ooh, well, no, just over 200. So this is going to depend on 42's game tomorrow against the Division B boys. I don't know who they're playing.
Which they're playing against 228 Wuhan Watch.
Ah, Wuhan Watch.
We've got System Belmont and Mr. Samaro casting that one.
Ooh.
8 p.m. EDT.
8 p.m. EDT. So that's guys. 8 p.m. EDT tomorrow is a game to be watching out for. Because 42 need at least, I would say at this point, 10 points. They're going to need at least 10 points to 15 points. Because I think CrossFit could do a 25-10 drop or similar next week against FCOB. No offense to FCOB, they've been playing that well, you know. So I think CrossFit, after today's game, are going to be very, very, very close to tying or coming up for first place and putting a good fight up against 42. It's going to be awesome. This is going to be really good. Oh, mate, anything else to...
Mate, the other thing is, that match will also decide DIV B.
Division B. Oh, well, that decides Division B as well. Okay, so there's lots at stake. Let's have a look at Division B then. Hang on.
So, Wuhan Watch are currently sitting on 185 points, and CSPS Special Delivery is sitting on 178.
Ah, yes! So, Wuhan Watch did not come out and say 42 win, or at least put up a very good fight against most of the drops. That could actually be really bad for Wuhan Watch because they have to play the Aardvarks at the end, whereas CSPS do not.
Playing against Russian Jade Falcon Airy.
Ooh.
So it's a really interesting drop, but in both divisions.
Okay, yeah, watch out. 8 p.m. EDT tomorrow, guys. That's a drop you guys all want to be looking out for. The 42 versus Wuhan Watch. That's gonna be the match to watch tomorrow. Absolutely. Get set for that. Crazy. It's coming down to the very end of the season. Division C is so tight. It's going to come down to deciding basically the positions on the last drops the last week. It's going to count down to last week. So that's awesome.
Honestly, I think Division C is probably one of the closest divs. Teams are taking drops off of other teams all over the place. Mm-hmm. Results not what we anticipated in some regards. In line with what we expected in others. But it's definitely a very, very close bracket.
Oh, it's awesome. Really good, actually. Really close. I mean, that's what you want to. You want it to be. You don't want it to be. Don't want one team to just steamroll.
We also have another match being broadcast tomorrow, which is CSPS versus KDCF.
Okay.
Again, depending on how the results go for 228 versus 42, CSPS will be watching with one eye on that match and going, all right, cool. Well, how many points can we, smash through in our match to try and take control of Div B?
Yep. It's going to be so tight. So it's some really good games tomorrow, guys. Really good games tomorrow. So make sure you stick around for that tomorrow. There's going to be, like I said, a few games tomorrow going. So that'll be awesome. Make sure you tune in. Mate, thank you for joining me today. I have to go deal with this morning's press conferences, which my phone has been buzzing the entire time because I know what it's about. Anything else you'd like to round out with, mate? Or good?
No, mate. Thanks for having me again. Good to be back.
Awesome. As always, viewers, thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you click the follow button and tune in tomorrow, depending afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you, for the Division B and Division C games. They're going to be awesome. They're going to be tight. They're going to be cutthroat. And all those games decide pretty much how the final end teams are going to be out. So, guys, I will see you guys later on, and have a great day. Ciao for now.